Whis reveals to Goku why he is afraid of Yamoshi. The mysteries of Dragon Ball have always been very big, especially after several characters appeared and the work was increasing more and more. When we talk about the race of Saiyans, there always appears a being that is extremely powerful, and it seems that now we are emphasizing warriors more and more stronger. When Goku reached God form in his fight against Beerus was very impressed to see the Saiyan's transformation, because at that moment a flashback in his head of a Saiyan from the past who had fought him had hit. Beerus for a certain moment began to believe that Goku was the reincarnation of Yamoshi. But when he saw that Goku's movements and styles were different and that Goku was a unique being, Whis watched everything that happened and remembered the day he met the first Saiyan god Yamoshi. Hey, how's it going? Just here to remind you to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and to hit the bell so you don't miss any videos and stay well inside our entire universe of Dragon Ball. Without further ado, let's get started. Goku has always carried out his training on the planet Beerus since the God of Destruction first fought him. With no logical explanation after the Battle of the Gods, Goku and Vegeta theoretically asked Whis and Beerus to train them. But initially, Beerus just watched the training of the two with Whis. While the God of Destruction most of the time spent his moments watching the fight between Goku and Vegeta with Whis and sleeping too. It seemed that Beerus wasn't very keen to see the Saiyans fight, or even that any skills they showed ended up impressing them. So many things ended up happening, and it was implied that the pair of Z warriors was getting stronger, while the God of Destruction was falling behind and the Z fighters were getting better and better. When Goku and Vegeta had their fight against Broly, they felt that the true power of a Saiyan was being shown. Broly managed to raise his powers even more, but at that time, also Beerus continued the same way. The God of Destruction took care of Bra, while the Z warriors were in battles that could bring about the end of the planet Earth. It wasn't clear if Beerus still didn't care about what was happening or if he really believed that Broly wasn't such a big threat. Even though Broly had his powers out of control, Whis managed to raise his powers more and more and had no difficulties escaping any of Broly's attacks. At that moment, Whis had thought, this Saiyan's movements are very similar to those of that Saiyan from the past. So Whis is impressed for a moment until the moment when Gogeta appears and says that he would take over from this part. After Broly's defeat, Goku goes to planet Vampa to help him, delivering food and some utensils to make his survival more peaceful. And at that moment, Goku says, "You know, Broly, you're very strong. If it weren't for my fusion with Vegeta, you would definitely have ended us. I'm sure you can still get much stronger than that, and will show extremely high powers. Here in our universe, we have a God of Destruction called Beerus, and you're probably stronger than him." This speech by Goku was a very impactful speech to be able to imagine that Broly would be superior to the God of Destruction of Universe 7. But at this point, we can see that Beerus still didn't care about the power of the Saiyans, since he didn't like it when Broly was sent to the Planet of Destruction, saying that neither Goku and Vegeta were authorized to send him to the Planet of Destruction. At that moment, Goku says, "Mr. Beerus, please don't take this the wrong way. We had nowhere to leave him. Now that Frieza has reached his black form transformation, he would definitely want to come after Broly for what he did to him. So here, he would be safe for all of it." Beerus disagrees, but accepts. With everything, everyone believed that the God of Destruction had been passed back. But sometime before, Vegeta challenges Beerus once again. Vegeta says, "I'm falling behind. Even with my Super Saiyan Blue form, I can't raise my powers to the maximum. Kakarot, after he mastered Ultra Instinct, is extremely powerful. I really won't be able to catch up with him anymore." At that moment, the God of Destruction fights Vegeta after a long time and humiliates Vegeta in his Super Saiyan Blue. Beerus says, "You're already giving up just because Goku reached this Ultra Instinct. Don't you think it's strange that the Gods of Destruction have trouble performing Ultra Instinct? The Gods of Destruction have difficulties using Ultra Instinct because they're the ones who use Ultra Ego, the technique of destruction capable of fighting with the power of angels. Any warrior who has very aggressive ki will find it difficult to perform this skill. And your ki is exactly the same as that, Vegeta. Would you like to learn this technique?" Vegeta smiles. From that day on, the Ultra Instinct technique were differentiated from the Ultra Ego techniques. Whis had noticed Vegeta's powers, and again, Whis reflects and remember the Saiyan from the prophecy he had seen. The legendary Saiyan god Yamoshi who managed to activate the power of a god. Actually, the first Saiyan god, Whis, speaks. It looks like Mr. Beerus has made up his mind and reached his conclusion. Goku starts not to understand what Whis was saying during his training. Then Whis reveals the truth. I've been thinking a lot about everything that's been going on, Mr. Goku, since the day you fought Mr. Beerus. At that time, to reach the power of a Saiyan god, you needed all the Saiyans to give the power to you and thus managed to reach unimaginable powers. Pure Saiyans, per se, which made you able to fight against Lord Beerus. The big question that before that, even before you reached Earth, Mr. Vegeta, in a moment of agony when he saw his wife Bulma receive a slap in the face from Beerus, he became enraged and awakened incredible powers that were capable of, at least for a few moments, to clash with Mr. Beerus. At that moment, Mr. Beerus had already observed Mr. Vegeta's behavior, and that all made him start to see Mr. Vegeta as a potential future. That Saiyan from his dream, the only Saiyan that I was ever afraid of, Yamoshi. After that, he asked me to train you two that for a long time he would just observe your fighting style to reach the conclusion. However, obviously, of who would be worthy of learning the mastery of Ultra Ego. After that, after Mr. Beerus saw that you had already managed to master your Ultra Instinct and have increased your strength more and more, it was the crucial moments that made Mr. Beerus decide that Vegeta would be the new successor of the mastery of Ultra Ego. Vegeta. He is the closest to the essence of the Saiyan Yamoshi, the Saiyan of destruction. Goku is amazed at the information Whis passes on. Was Yamoshi the only Saiyan who in the past could make even angels afraid? Would Vegeta possessing the mastery of Ultra Ego be the reincarnation of Yamoshi? So hey, what do you believe and what do you imagine about all of this? Regardless of what it is more than important that you arrive exposing it in your comments so that we can enter into that crazy debate. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe here to the channel, and hit the bell so you don't miss any videos. And that's it for today. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.